So today I want to share some rules for shooting with this thing, and I'm gonna show it to you over there in the redstone quarry. And probably the top of the red quarry is the best location to test some methods of shooting with ultra-wide angle lens. Quick thing about the lens, just what matters. Viltrox 9mm f2.8. On the crop sensor it's about 113 degrees. That's basically what your eyes see right now. Left, right, everything. It weighs 175 grams and it costs around $200. The link is in the description down below. It's pretty sharp, but its sharpest aperture is between 5.6 to say 10. After f11 it gets softer. So for the landscape photography stay between 5.6 and f8. Simple. And what's very important, it takes a normal 58mm filters. I got variable ND and polarizer filter on this lens right now. For a lens this wide, that's actually unusual, very useful. We'll come back to it. So, rule number one, point your camera up. Most people with wide-angle lens shoot like this. Horizontal, safe, boring, very normal-looking photos in the normal places, boring. Try this. Stand pretty close to the wall, to the abyss in my case, but you can stay below and point the camera up, so this wall will go up to the sky. But in my case I shoot vertical, but I'm shooting down to the quarry from this cliff, and it's pretty scary. The wall of the quarry goes down through all these rocks and it looks gorgeous. All the lines converge. The whole thing looks massive. The point is to make a viewer of this picture feel like he is falling down from this wall. And this is exactly what wide lens is made for. And I'm taking various shots with aperture starting with f5.6 to f8, focusing on the closer rocks, and goes to f8 with focusing on the distance. It's so uncomfortable. Here I just need some water. The next thing, the focusing distance of this lens is just 13 centimeters. Just imagine. So it's a nice idea to get closer to a subject. I'm about to touch these flowers, and because this lens is pretty wide, I can see all the distance in the same moment. Just be a little bit aware that this lens has no image stabilization. So set your camera to some reasonable shutter speed to avoid blurriness in your shot. Let's try. I think for the next exercises we have to go right there. For the next exercise I have to use a tripod. So, why do I need a tripod here? Because right now I'm about to measure this thing. Because look, nobody knows how big these walls are. Without a reference, it could be 2 meters, could be 15. The viewer just guesses and moves on. So put the person at the base of the wall. Step back. Suddenly obvious. Wall is huge. Person is small. Done. And at f8, both are sharp in the same time. No complicated settings. Just ask someone to stay there and not look at the camera like we're waiting for a bus in this quarry. And yes, it works even if person is you. Timer, walk to the wall, stand there and try not to look at the camera. Interval shooting, I will be back soon. I cannot hear the shutter. Are you shooting? No. Yet another try. Where is my bus? That was hard. Don't forget to switch your interval shooting off. As I said, this lens can get a normal filter on it, and it's very important because of width. For example, I noticed a puddle here, some small, beautiful puddle, pretty orange because of the color of the ground. It's pretty beautiful. It's just probably the most beautiful shot of today. With the polarizing filter, I can emphasize the mirroring or transparency of the surface of the puddle. These colors are just incredible. This is the foreground layer. This is my puddle as a main subject in the midground and beautiful rocks in the background. I believe these colors are just gorgeous. It's so unusual. This is just phenomenal. I love this place. 113 degrees means everything is inside your shot. Every rock, every tree, every random person thinking it's a hiking trail, probably. But if everything is in your frame, that means nothing is the subject. In this case, it's a good idea to find yourself some kind of restriction, some kind of framing, the shot inside your shot. With two trees, for example, this is the perfect natural shot, natural frame. We can use it as a door for the viewer of the shot. So the viewer of this shot is invited to get in, or something like that. It could be a gap between two rocks, like here. This is a natural arc, a natural frame, and it looks like a bobsleigh trail or a half pipe for snowboarding. And because this stuff is crazy wide, I can even put my shoes to the frame, you know, just to add this Instagram-ish feel of presence. Let me show it to you on a video. Here is this half pipe tube for bobsleigh. Don't even try. And my boots are in frame. And again, f8, 1/320 of the second. ISO 100, and this is fine. And for sure, in a place like this, since we've got a huge field of view with this lens, you should be fool not to use this opportunity, right? Take a look on the shape of this quarry. Probably because of the bright sun, all these shadows of the rocks look pretty harsh. But I'll take this shot anyway, just in case I can reveal something out of this frame in the post-production in the Lightroom. And actually it looks promising. Not ideal, but very promising. Let's count it as another tip. Never give up. And a couple of bonus things. If something on your trail looks like a stick and lays like a stick, give it a minute. Probably this snake is just having a nap. And for sure, there are several advantages to go outside, to go hiking in the middle of the off-season, like it is now. First of all, there are no mosquitoes yet, and I hope there are no ticks also. And take a look, the forest is completely transparent now. Till the grass is not that high, and you can see pretty far away inside the forest. You can see all the deepness, and this is such a beautiful thing. Unfortunately, I have no bloody idea how to shoot with transparency, to show, to emphasize all this beauty. But it doesn't mean I can't experience it walking here, right? So for a conclusion, I want to say that this lens feels like a toy, but very useful toy and very dangerous toy, because I want to repeat the thing I said in this video. Take a look here. This lens could ruin your shot if you are lazy. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this lens and about my shots of today. The affiliate link on this lens is in the description down below. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's supporting this channel. Guys, you are the best. And thank you very much for watching. Please consider to subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button if you find this video at least a bit entertaining. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. This region, Fruška Gora National Park, statistically called one of the most dangerous places in Serbia, for the one specific reason. Since it doesn't look dangerous, a lot of people do not realize all the difficulty, all the complication of these forests. I'm hiking and taking shots in these forests for 4 years. And now I'm walking through the wrong trail for 15 minutes already, and I just realized it. A lot of people got lost in this forest, including me today. Take care.